understand if it's not used, why does it run down? It's from Jean. I haven't read the whole text message yet. So we're gonna give Laramie a couple of minutes to get here before we start.
Sorry.
There it is.
Woo-hoo-hoo. We waited on you.
Hey, that's not bad. I've had this happen to me before.
Come to the show.
All right.
You lost
With Laramie's arrival, we'll start the meeting tonight. Mr. Calabretta, would you offer our invocation tonight?
Father, we come to you. We thank you for all your love and grace. Thank you for the city of Bowie. Thank you for all the things you've done for us and what you're going to do. I pray that you just bless in this meeting and help us to understand what would be best for all the people that live here, all the businesses that operate here, that the things that we decide here make a big difference. And so I pray that you give the councilors, the mayor, and the city manager the wisdom to be able to take care of these things. So bless this night, and may this meeting be to your glory. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, a couple of items for community interest. One, Cindy has left at each one of your packets, and I'd like for the public to be aware of the all-you-can-eat breakfast at the Senior Citizen Center, which is Saturday, April the 27th, starts at 7:30 to 10 a.m. $12 for adults and $6 for children. I think it's one of their fundraisers, isn't it? So, yeah, it's pretty important to the center. Also, I'd like to thank everybody that came out to the pickleball facilities on Friday. I know some of you didn't get to make it, but we did get to play some pickleball, and there were lots of people from out of town, and it was a huge hit. So I appreciate everybody and all the people that worked on that project. I think we have one of those gentlemen here tonight. Let's move forward to the city manager's report.
If you will recall, in a few meetings back, we had a case come up where there was a sheriff's sale for a house on Clay Street where the county wanted us to accept a payment of $600 for the property. On our recommendation, the county agreed with us and voted not to accept the bid. We then started the process of an online sale of the property where we were selling the property and another property on Nelson Street. It worked out in that both properties brought over $40,000 for a total of over $80,000 to be split between the city, county, and school district. This amount will more than cover our costs for caring for the properties until we could get it sold. So hooray for that. The contract on the sewer line project has blocked Road Street close to CVS Pharmacy, and it will be blocked for about 10 days. Contractor on phase 2 of the project is not as efficient as the last contractor, and it has been slow going. I asked our engineer about the pace of the construction, and he told me that as long as the contractor is finished by the time allotted on the contract, he is within his rights. But if the time goes over the allotted time, there are plenty penalty clauses in the contract. We still have not decided about which project we're going to use to apply for the Texas Water Development Board's 100% grant. As I told you before, we can apply for the raw water pump project or the effluent water reuse project or do the plan for the water plant expansion project. I have a Zoom meeting on Thursday with the engineers so that we can see what project is most likely to be approved. There's $10 million available from the grant for cities our size, and I want to get all we can get, so it's kind of a tough decision. I got an update from the engineers on the Rock and Pillar Street drainage project. The plans are about 90% done as they are finalizing plan specs and the estimate. They noted that they're seeing price increases currently. Blaine Boswell said that every load of concrete that they're hauling has a fuel surcharge attached to it around Wichita Falls. Right now, the estimate is between $1.3 and $1.5 million with some fine tuning to go. The engineer wants to start the bidding process in the month of May, so that's something we'll talk about later. Also, we're going to be talking about the library later, but I'd like to announce that Beth got a grant from the Pretty Foundation to be used on the library in the amount of $25,000. So we keep going well and stuff. So hooray for the library!
You keep doing something right.
That's it. Anybody got any questions?
No questions? Well, then let's move on. Your consent agenda items are the minutes from the workshop, from the planning meeting, and the minutes from the regular meeting. Also, they were 2 days, 23rd and 24th. We can approve them together. So if you have read them and you're ready to make a motion, I would accept that motion to approve.
So moved.
Sproles, do I have a second?
Second.
Host. McEwen.
Aye.
Post.
Aye.
Holstein.
Aye.
Truax. And Sproles.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Our next item on the agenda is to approve the recommendation from the Planning and Zoning on request from Buck Ross to replat Block 7 HCSL Survey, Abstract 319, creating lots 1 through 10, Phase 1, Kingdom Ridge Subdivision, 4.06 acres.
All right, thank you for letting me have something to say about it. The Planning and Zoning Commission met March 19th. We had a quorum, and we looked over all of the plans and what was going on. Had a lot of questions for the developer, and all those things were met. And so we unanimously approved to bring it to the City Council for this recommendation to rezone, or replat this property. So if you have questions, they're here. You can ask them any kind of questions you want.
No questions? So each one of you have the plat in front of you too?
I'm assuming we're building houses?
Yes, he's building homes.
Well, I think that's great, so.
Everybody understand where the phase one is and
Yes.
how it's coming in?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's way too easy. Do you guys have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Well, I would love to see you at the podium.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Calabretta.
Yes. So my name's Buck Ross. Some of you guys know me, but we're excited about the project. Obviously, we're working on phase one of the project, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, if my engineers told me right, we're talking about doing a preliminary on all 4 phases, but we're just approving phase one. Is that how you would say that? And so, phase one has 10 homes in it, and phase two has 23, and so on and so forth. And so, obviously, you guys do this a lot more than I do, and so our goal starting this out was to get more affordable homes in Bowie, where somebody could buy a new home and still be around $200,000 for their home, as opposed to buying a remodeled home or something like that. But in doing this, in phase one, like I said, there's 10 homes, and we're already $500,000 into the property, and just clearing the property and the engineering stages of it. And so by the time we get the infrastructure in, which is the road and the sewer and water, we're gonna be at $1 million. And so you do the math, 10 homes, $1 million, $100,000 a lot. Anybody wanna buy a lot for $100,000? So I lose about $500,000 on phase one. And so that's hopefully to be made up in the other phases. But anything you guys can do with your expertise that can help us to keep these affordable homes, we would love to do that. In phases 2, 3, and 4, we may have to go with bigger homes. We may have to go on a grander scale, you know. They may not be able, they may be $500,000 homes, you know, and I'd hate to do that. I'd really like to keep them for first-time buyers, but you know, how many times has Bowie, America, I've been here since '88, and I've never seen a new subdivision with 67 homes built in it. So this is kind of a first. And so we work with a lot of other cities where we built these subdivisions, and they help us any way that they can, and I'm sure that you guys will too. But I don't know how that you can help. I'm just asking for your expertise and saying, hey, you know, let's do this, let's do this. We've checked into grants, and we've checked into a lot of different stuff that we don't qualify for because it's in the city limits of Bowie. And so that's something that you guys would have to help us with to move forward to try to keep the cost down. So if you can do the math, this one road and this just the one sewer right here is $500,000. So if you do that times 4, you're $2 million in just the infrastructure alone. And that's putting in the new roads and the new sewer and new water to the whole thing. And so we would love to keep that cost down, you know, and I'm looking for you guys' help to say, hey, why can't we do this, or what about this, or how about this? Because there's a lot of costs associated just with inspection fees and just with permits and just, you know, just taxes and just so many different things. We've contacted Monte County, and they've assured us that they're going to help us with the tax portion of that. And they said that they've got a new program that they said that we can implement that they'll make us only pay half of the taxes until the home sells. And so, things like that we didn't know going into this, but God always shows us, you know, directs us and gives us, you know, the peace and the understanding of what He wants to do. I'm associate pastor out here at the Lighthouse Church, and that's my gift, that's my calling. This is just something I do to help other people and to, you know, to pay the bills. And so, we just, you know, I'm gonna lean on you guys to give us, you know, direction in this and help us to make this happen. Our second plan B, was to build 4 homes in here at 5-acre tracts and not use city water, city sewer, or city electric, and so we wouldn't have to pull, you know, go through all the red tape, all the extra stuff to do that. And so, but we would love to, you know, I think Bowie needs 67 more homes than it does 4 big homes, you know, in the neighborhood here. So that's kind of where we're at. Mr. Rainey has worked great with us and helping us, but he's also told us that, you know, the city of Bowie does not pay for infrastructure and things like that. But obviously, you don't do anything this scale either, you know. And so, I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to ideas. I'm open to say, hey, you know, here's what we've seen done, or here's what we know, you know, in our experience. But yeah, we're excited about getting phase 1 started. It may be phase 1, and it may be phase 1 and out, you know, if I go broke. So, but it is what it is, you know. I believe God's blessing this, and He wants us to do this, and I think it's great for this town that I grew up in. I graduated here in '88, and I've been here a long time, since '84, and we'd like to stay here. This is my son and my daughter and my grandbaby. They're taking over the business when I retire. I'm not going to do this forever, but we're hoping in the next 3 to 5 years we can complete all 4 phases in 5 years, 3 to 5 years, and good Lord willing, the houses sell. We've already got 3 prospective buyers right now, so that's pretty much all I got.
Where exactly is this? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the map, and could you help me
Upper
understand?
Monteg Road, where the elementary school is there. You keep going right past the upper elementary school on Upper Monteg Road, and we on the fence butting up to the elementary school there.
So which side is the elementary, on this side or on that side?
The elementary is gonna be here.
Okay.
Elementary school right down there. This is Upper Monteg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
How much time are you gonna allow for option A before you move on to B? Does that make sense as far as?
Yeah, well, it really just depends on how if everything goes well with option A, we would like to get the first, according to the bank, we'd like to get the first 5 houses sold, and then we can borrow them enough money to finish phase 2 and move into that. And so, but again, we've just got to figure out ways to get that cost, you know, get that cost down. Now, we've worked diligently for several months, and we've cut about $500,000 off the budget already. So we know it's possible. We know God works those things out. But again, option 2 is a last resort. I don't really want to go down that. You know, I mean, I do that outside the city limits all the time. 2-acre tracts,
Sure.
5-acre tracts. You know, I've got several of those subdivisions going up right now. But I'd like to keep it at a smaller tract, you know, 1/4-acre tracts, but that's still on the table.
And if you made it through all 4, it would be acceptable, profitable? I mean, it'd be a good deal for you as well, or is it just strictly for?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
If we can keep the cost down, obviously, and sell the homes for, I mean, that's my goal. I mean, if I've got to change up phase 2 and phase 3 and make those tracts bigger, so I can put a bigger house on it, you know, so there's more profit in it, you know, then obviously that's one of the reasons we're not doing a full plat on everything at the moment. That's one reason. Another reason is the taxes that you have to pay on each one of those lots once you break it down into a 1/4-acre tract.
Most of the infrastructure cost would be in the first phase?
No, each phase, like I said, each phase, the road and the sewer in each phase is gonna be between $500,000 and $1 million per
Okay,
phase.
so it's divided into each phase and not just taken out on that first.
That's correct.
Okay.
We're actually doing less plumbing in phase one than we will in phase two. Phase two's got the biggest plumbing in it because we're putting in the pump station and doing, it's brand new, everything's brand new. Right now, we're tying into existing in the alley there. And that's another thing, you know, tying into existing, every time we tap into that is a tap fee, every time we put in a meter is a meter fee, you know, I mean, there's just things like that that, Mr. Rainey's trying to work with us on, but, his hands are tied because obviously you guys are the boss, and so.
So do you know of any grants that may or may not be out there? Infrastructure or new construction?
Not for us, but they did tell us that there is some that the city could apply for new neighborhoods, going in for, cost-effective housing for people, first-time buyers and things like that. So we could get more information on that, but once they told us we couldn't apply for it, the city would have to apply for it, we kind of stopped pursuing that.
So, obviously, you're not coming in on Upper Montague County Road on this first plat.
That's correct.
So you're gonna be coming in from, what is the name of that neighbor? Yes, Teaglin.
We'll come in from Teaglin here, because we don't have an exit, we're gonna put a turnaround there at, for the fire trucks and stuff at the end of the, right up above the cul-de-sac there, so it'll be just that one road there.
And this subdivision is not on Bowie Electric, is it?
It is not,
It's on Wise,
that's
but
correct,
it is on Bowie Water and Sewer.
that's correct.
It's
And
a shame
Wise-
it's not on electric.
Well, Wise was, and I don't know
I
how
know.
good a relationship you guys have with Wise, but they cut off $100,000 off their bill to be able to get the homes, you know, to be able for me to sign a contract with them, but. they
Well, it's
wouldn't-
their territory, so they wouldn't have let us have it anyway. Any other questions? I'm anxious to see it start.
Me too.
Me too.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thanks, Buck.
So, now we have to have a motion to approve the replat as presented, and I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Post, do I have a second?
Second?
McEwen? Truax? Holstein?
Aye.
Sproles?
Aye.
Post?
Aye.
McEwen?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We look forward to it. Although I would like to ask you, if you do have that information, to forward it to us, the grant information. You'll forward it to us. I'd like to at least look at it. All right. Next item on the agenda is to award the bid to Public Management for application and administrative services for the TPWD Local Parks Grant. Thank you. Bart, you want to discuss this?
Yeah, we're gonna be applying, for a Parks and Wildlife grant, for the park. And if those of you that came to the meeting, with the Parks Board, know a little bit more about this, but, the Parks and Wildlife grant does not pay for the, management company to manage the grant, so it'll cost us, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, I think about $10,000 to pay the grant company, and don't hold me to that figure, but that comes to mind. But anyway, to manage the grant, but that'll be on down the line after we make application for it, so it probably won't even, that money won't be spent in this budget year, probably be spent next budget year. So.
Yeah, I think that's what Katie told us, that she didn't think it would be ready before October.
Yeah.
So, who was at that meeting and who wasn't?
I
You
wasn't
weren't
here.
here. You weren't there. So, it can vary, the grant that they're looking at can vary between $300,000 and $1 million. So, and it's not all grant, because it's a match grant, so it's fully matched grant. So, they're trying to decide now, put together the different projects that are available to come back to us, present to us what they think it would cost for it for the project they're bringing back, which we don't even know yet. So that's why we're looking at October before we get any of that information. Right now, you're just making the decision to allow us to award a bid to public management for application.
We have to send out we have to send to 3 different management companies. We got one answer. And of course, we were already dealing with public management, so that's why we chose them. And they've been good to work with, and we like them anyway, so.
Any questions? Any moves to approve this?
Is this something we have to do?
Yeah.
The grant process?
We can't manage it.
Well, we can't manage it, so,
Oh, so they-
yeah, so,
we
yeah, we have to have a
hire
management
them to
company,
manage
yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand
Yeah, so,
what we're doing here.
so do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Holstein?
Aye.
Sproles?
Aye.
Post?
Aye.
Truax?
Aye.
McEwen?
Aye.
Thank you very much. All right, the next item on the agenda is the reappointment to the Parks Board, Margin Latham, Janice Blahuta, and Michael Eichler. They have to be done individually. All 3 have shown an interest to want to be reappointed. So the first one would be Margin Latham. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Post, do I have a second?
Second.
Let him have it.
Any, many, many, no. Who's let him have it? Okay, TJ. McEwen,
Aye.
Post,
Aye.
Holstein,
Aye.
Sproles,
Aye.
and Truax.
Aye.
Second individual is Janice Blahuta. She has been there for a couple of years now, too. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Truax? Do I have a second?
Second.
TJ? Sproles?
Aye.
Holstein?
Aye.
McEwen?
Aye.
Post?
Aye.
Truax?
Aye.
And the last individual for this is Michael Eichler, very instrumental in the pickleball project.
Mhm.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Holstein? Do I have a second?
Second.
Sproles? Post?
Aye.
McEwen?
Aye.
Holstein?
Aye.
Sproles?
Aye.
And Truax.
Aye.
The next item on the agenda is to consider the library hour change. There's been thank you. I was about to ask you, would you like to come to the podium?
So, in at least the last recent year, things, as far as the library traffic has changed. You know, everybody has a phone in their pocket nowadays, so, readership is still up, but, and one thing we've noticed is there seems to be one full-time position that turns over and over and over and over. We have looked at the stats as far as who comes in at what time and how busy the library is, and we're just not real busy on Saturdays, and the people who do come in are also people who come in at regular business hours during the week, and then on our late hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're open an hour later till 6. It's the same. There's barely anybody in the library at that time, and we felt that it would be more cost efficient in our budget to not replace that full-time person. That would also, we would not be paying benefits for another full-time employee. But it would be easier on the staff if we, and the public too, because the way our hours are now, everybody's so confused as to what times we're open and when we're not. But if we had more uniform hours, it would be easier on the staff and easier to staff the library. And I don't think it would disenfranchise anyone in the community to change the hours.
So, I know you've been told. I have a difficult time with taking away the Tuesday and Thursday access to the public. after 5. But I don't have a vote in this matter, so, but I'm just voicing an opinion. The Saturday thing, I understand, Bert said that you really did a good door count and
Right.
it's not that big a deal. What about your Saturday events? Those will still take
Those will
place?
still say, so there are a few after-hour events, like we craft night, book club, things that we do after hours. We would still do those monthly after hours. We just rotate staff to do those. Right now, we do 3 Saturday events, and they would stay on the books, and we would still do those. We partner with different people in the community to do those, and they're big events that draw people into the library. So the mini Comic-Con in May, the art exhibit that coincides with Chicken and Bread Days, and then the Elf Magic that they do on the Saturday at the Pancakes with Santa. So those would stay the same, and possibly even more things would come up. But
That's a ghost in the building.
Yeah.
But
What's
yes,
that?
there would still be
For once, it wasn't
sometimes
me.
when we would do outside of business hours.
Have you,
Now, I did run numbers on I went back a whole year for Tuesdays and Thursdays.
that's what I was gonna ask.
We averaged 3 people after 5 o'clock that check out books. That's
So
an
is that-
average over a year of Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Does that mean only 3 people came in the library, or only 3 people checked out a book? So I guess my concern was
Right.
access to kids that, the school goes on to 4 o'clock now. Parents don't get home in time to get on there before 5.
And the ones that do come in, they come in right after school and they're gone by 5 or a little after 5.
So have you tracked the foot traffic in general? I mean, not just the ones that check out books between that 5 and 6 on Tuesday and Thursdays?
Yes,
And it's still minimal?
it's very minimal.
So you'll have to forgive me, it's been a while since I've been to the library from a 9 to 5. Of course, we come for the art show, art exhibit, that kind of thing. What does the typical traffic look like in a day? Who comes from?
Depends on the day and whether or not we have a program going on. 50, 60 is an average slow day, or like slowish day. If we have a program, it can be anywhere to 100 to 108.
So during the school day, would that be like co-op kids or stay-at-home kids of some kind, or
We
adults?
do have
or-
a large population of homeschool that use our library. Yes, we do a big homeschool program,
And then after that, 3 to 5, I think you were saying, was more the public school
Mhm.
traffic.
So would you be willing to listen if we had complaints about it being closed, that 1 hour, those 2 days a week? If we start getting complaints here, would y'all be willing to relook at this?
yes, absolutely. I mean, we're here to serve the public. I mean, that would be.
That's my issue, is the public hours.
Would you be willing to track from this day forward on the Tuesdays and Thursdays, the traffic that comes in between 5 and 6? Just so that we can see?
I mean, depending on what y'all vote today, this would take
Oh,
effect
so it'll
immediately.
start immediately, duh. Maybe 0.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, can
good
you
point.
remind me what your foot traffic is on Saturdays?
On Saturdays, normal actual foot traffic is around 18 people. And that's not people checking out books. It's usually like maybe kids coming in to play on video games or the computers, Roblox. We get a lot of that, pre-teenage kids that come in and get on the computers.
Probably more traffic when it's 95 degrees and humid outside.
No,
Not so
not
much.
really.
Because my only thing is the fact that, I mean, I know it's Saturday and nobody wants to work on Saturdays, I'm not gonna lie. But my concern is the fact of, we do have a lot of kids that do rely on needing something to do in our community. So I'm just curious if it would be more beneficial to be closed on Mondays and
No.
extend your hours.
No.
you know?
We do a lot of traffic now for the DMV, and we already close at 2 on Mondays. And there are times when some of us are there still after 2 o'clock and we've got people coming and jiggling the door needing to come in to print or use the computers for services.
What do you mean about the DMV?
A lot of people come from out of town now to use our DMV to get their driver's license renewed. Well, when they come, they don't realize they have to have a bank statement or their insurance card printed off, and our DMV doesn't do any of that, so they send them to the library to do that. Yeah, we did $400 in printing last month at 25 cents a page.
Oh, wow.
Do you get any of that printing between 5 and 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Maybe a little. I didn't keep track with that, but yes, with any change, there are going to be some complaints, and some people may be upset, and we can, like you say, revisit this at a later time if it's a lot of complaint. But if you look at it at the budget standpoint too, it saves the library quite a bit in budget money to do this.
Well, I understand the Saturday thing. I do
Yeah,
understand the Saturday
I'm
thing.
not opposed to the Saturday thing, the Tuesday and Thursday. is the
I
only thing I'm
personally
looking at.
like the consistency of hours in the proposed.
Yeah, I do like that.
I like
They're-
that.
The hours right now are just kind of all over the place, and I can see where people would be, are they open, are they
Yes.
not? Are they, it's much more consistent.
I don't know, I guess if you have no traffic at all between the 5 and 6, then I can see it, but if you have plenty of traffic, then even if they're not checking out books, or they on the computer.
What do you
or-
consider plenty of traffic
Well, I'm
to
not
warrant a
sure.
staff member?
Well, we're here to provide
So-
service,
Right.
so,
But you're still not working more hours. I mean,
No,
No,
it
'cause
would
you
still,
cut those
the hours
off.
do not change at all. We are open
No.
40 hours then, as of now, and this would continue 40 hours. Even though the staff, we won't, the staff will come in at 8 because we have to clean the library ourselves. So we clean the library every morning between the hours of 8 and opening, and the staff comes in.
y'all need to discuss this. What, does somebody want to make a motion?
I think it makes sense. I like the
Yeah.
hours being a little bit more reasonable and easy to remember and so on and so forth. And again, like Laura said, we provide a service, so the Saturday thing, I think, would be the biggest concern, even if it's short time. But as you mentioned, if there's a public outcry, it can go
and we could change it back.
correct. But the hours as presented, I think, make more sense, Monday through Friday.
So we're Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, no Saturday.
I'll make a motion to accept the proposed.
Okay.
Second?
Shaw, oh, wait a minute, he's not here. Truax? Holstein?
Aye.
Sproles? Post?
Aye.
And McEwen. Thank
Aye.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Beth, we appreciate everything you do.
You look good, Beth.
Beth, you look wonderful tonight, too.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
I love the new hairdo.
It's easy to take care of.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Have y'all made a decision, pardon me, may I ask her? a question?
Oh, yeah, Beth, hang
Yeah.
on a second.
Have y'all made a decision what you're gonna do with the grant money?
I can discuss it. We want to change the little park area in the front to a safer playground area for the kids. I would like to put like some astroturf down and get a piece of play equipment and a fence around it, so parents, when they, because kids never want to leave the library, they never want to leave the play area. So a lot of times the parents will come, so let's go play outside so that they're, closer to the parking lot. So we would like to revamp that and make it a better area. And the gravel's not real safe that's in there, and then all the mess from the pecan trees keeps it dirty looking, so.
Cool.
But we're looking at options right now.
I can make a few recommendations of what not to do.
Okay, well, we'll come brainstorm.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Thank you,
Thank
Beth.
you.
Thanks, Beth.
Thanks, Beth.
All right, the next item on the agenda is reappointment to Hotel Motel Board. Myself and Jamie Rodden. I represent the council on the Hotel Motel Board. Jamie Rodden will actually represent the Chamber of Commerce, and she has been there before. So she's a reappointment. Entertain a motion to accept Gaylynn Burris reappointment.
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I don't
You guys do this every time.
know. Second.
Okay, Laura, I gave it to you. Post,
I,
McEwen,
Aye.
Holstein,
Aye.
Sproles,
Aye.
and Truax. And Jamie Rodden would be the second one. Do I have a motion?
so moved.
Post, do I have a second?
Second.
EJ, McEwen,
Aye.
Holstein,
Aye.
Post,
I,
Sproles,
Aye.
and Truax. And the next one on your agenda is, generally, the Chamber of Commerce Executive Director also sits as a member on the Hotel Motel Board, and we finally have one. So her name is Wendy Hickey, and she's been advised that this is part of her position. So I would entertain a motion to appoint Wendy Hickey to the Hotel Motel Board.
so moved.
Post, do I have a second?
Aye. Second.
Holstein? Truax?
Aye.
Holstein?
Aye.
McEwen?
Aye.
Post?
I,
And Sproul?
Aye.
And the next item on the agenda is public comments, if anybody has any. If not, we will we will adjourn this meeting tonight at 6:41.
I need everybody's name.
And we need everybody's map back, please.
Give you mine. Is that yours? Go first. All right. It's yours.
Thank you. Do I need to sign these?